What the hell is going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle in order to talk about the greatest update in Dokkan history. Or is it?
Hear my thought. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my hunger.
We are here, of course, with Senor. So I'm trying to say it like prolong it, but with the R, it's actually very hard to do. Senor Baby is here, Mr. Baby, talking about, of course, this new update that's going to be coming. I don't even know when. Did they even have an announced date?
No, but I did hear Goresh say that when they usually update or when they usually, say things like this, it could be within the next few days or max like the next week or two. So,
all right, beautiful, beautiful. So, new big update coming for Japan Dokkan Battle. Funny enough, it didn't have like the crazy yellow construction bars that we got for our maintenance announcement. Did you see that in the global side?
Yes.
They announced maintenance, and it's just like warning, danger, like maintenance. It's like, all right, whoever's doing the graphics, calm down a little bit. But in case you've been living under a rock and you haven't been awake for the past 12 hours, Dokkan Battle Japan is dropping a brand new update to the game that's going to change it fundamentally. I think it's switching something that has been in place since its inception, since it was created. Mr. Baby, do you mind telling us what they're actually doing?
Yes, 100%. Can you pull up the UI Gokus for me, please, sir?
UI Gokus, yes, we got our Gokus.
All right. So for those of you that aren't aware of what this update is going to bring, or what's going to change, is previously you could not run the same name unit on the same team. So for example, on your screen, you see 3 different Goku Ultra Instinct signs. So you could not bring, if you bring the LRUI Goku, you could not bring the Intelligence one because they share the same exact name. What this update is changing is now you can do that. You can bring the LR UI Goku and the Intelligence UI Goku, but don't be confused, because if you have 2 copies of LR UI Goku, you cannot bring them in the same, as long as they're both awakened, of course, because the TRs and stuff are different. But if you have the same exact unit, like same typing and everything, it won't work. It's just 2 different units that have the same exact name, which is going to change the landscape of this game and the team building and everything moving forward, which is just crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely going to substitute certain characters, because a lot of times, like especially for the Gokus and the Vegetas and the Gohans, like the best option or like the strongest cards of a certain category are like just Gokus, right? It's just like, yeah, this Goku, that Goku, and this Goku are like the strongest. And previously you weren't, you would just have to pick one and call it a day. Now you're going to be able to, like if you look at, I mean, I guess God Super Saiyan isn't really a good thing, but this was like really the big dispute. I know for a while, the Vegito, this right here, back before his Extreme Z Awakening, it was really just a choice between the Tech Super Vegito, the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, and then the Strength one. If you were doing a long event, this guy was great because he stacked defense. This one did too, but this guy was like, I guess he could theoretically do more damage, but he was more of like consistent damage. So it's kind of like, all right, who are you going to bring? He can also tank way better earlier on than this guy ever could. So it was like, all right, who you gonna bring? And then when this guy got his EZA, it was like, all right, get the hell out of here, guys. What are you doing? So that's essentially what they're doing now. It's getting rid of that decision of, well, who should I bring? I don't know which one to pick. Now you can bring them both. Same thing over here. If this guy ever gets, well, I mean, I guess if he's just kind of mid, isn't he? The AGL,
he's a little bit lower. Yeah. Wait, AGL Super Vegeta or physical?
The AGL, well, the physical one too. They're both super
physical
mid.
Is under mid. Even Vegeta with his EZA, he's not like,
Yeah, I kind of wouldn't even bring either of them as they are right now onto a team, unless if you got.
I'd rather just like leave my slots empty.
If you got a Z Awakening, he would be fantastic, most likely. If you got a double Z Awakening, he'd be a lot better. But
and for those of you that really like Super Vegito, like he's a good unit, but if he gets supered,
I mean, take your dub with these two. Like these two are actually broken. Like this is insane. Even a 3-year unit, bro. I have people on my tier list. This is kind of a tangent, but I have people on my tier list that are saying like Int Vegito is better than Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I'm like, I still think Super Saiyan 4 Goku is better because the active skill and all that stuff, and the You know, the I guess leader skill is pretty comparable, but he's just consistently can do harder. But this, having even like being able to even have that discussion is insane, right? Like this 3-year unit is still a top tier unit, which is great. But anyway, let's go on to the big deal with this update, because a lot of people are seeing it as like, oh my god, this is insane! Holy crap, everything's changing! Wow, this is amazing. But they're not taking into account one very, very important thing, that you're actually putting yourself in a slight disadvantage by taking advantage of this. And to quickly cover, before we get into that, to quickly cover the details of this Goresh tweet, he does mention that Dokkan will let you use 2 different units that have the same name. So we have to find out if that is the limit, meaning if you go into the LRUI Goku, you can only bring these 2. You can't bring 3. So we actually have to see if this is a hard cap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it's literal or not.
Or if it's just an example used and you can just put all 3 of them. Because this guy's actually pretty good for a free-to-play unit.
He's amazing.
With his EZA. But here's the thing that a lot of people are just kind of skipping over because of the excitement. There's something that they probably will not change, which is the links. In this game, if you have a character that shares the same name, like in Dokkan Battlefield, they will not link together. So all of these links, even if they share the same exact ones, so like in Dokkan Battlefield, you could put this UI Goku next to the other 2 UI Gokus, and they won't link with each other. That will probably remain the same. So if you're building a team, right, and you stack it up with, for example, this physical Broly and this tech Broly, you probably aren't going to run them on the same rotation.
Yeah.
Because it'll kill the rotation. You can't put them next to each other. You'll just have 0 links activated.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean?
It's like, so what I see happening, though, like, honestly, like, let's say you're running, like, let's say the 6th anniversary hit global, you pull, AGL UI Goku, and you have all the other UI Gokus in the game. What you could do, right, is run AGL UI Goku, and, like, for what your first main rotation could be AGL UI Goku and the STR UI Goku, right? And then your other main rotation could be the other AGL Goku, the friendly, and the intelligence UI Goku, right? Now you're looking at a very, very powerful team, because you're getting all the links activated and stuff. You have multiple units of the same, whatever. But when you bring, like, I saw people memeing about like a whole UI Goku team or like a whole Super Saiyan like Goku team or something. It's like that's not gonna work. Like links are okay. When you take a look at how powerful a unit is, like let's say we get like leaks for the details of a specific unit, they can have 200% attack and defense and this and that. But if they're not linking up, or if they don't have that support from those links from other units, they're not as impressive as they can be. They're just not going to be as powerful. Links, I think, are a little bit underestimated when it comes to Dokkan. So if you run a whole Super Saiyan Goku team, a whole Super Saiyan 2 Goku team, having no links is going to also mean having less key. Like, it's just not going to work, dude. It's really not going to work. And another thing I don't really like about this update, well, okay, I like the update, right?
Yeah. Let's
let's
make that very, very clear. We love this update.
Yes, 100%, because it's more freedom, right? I honestly love that. But what I liked about the way it was before is it forced you to really think about who you're gonna bring. There's so many times where I hop into an event, I'm like, dude, do I bring this version of Broly or do I bring this version of Broly, or this form of Goku, this form of Goku? Because this Goku will give me this Goku will give me that. But now it's like there's like, if you could see other teams, there's just gonna be like, there's not gonna be a lot of creativity, I guess, when it comes to teams. You're just gonna have full teams of like Vegetos because people want to meme, and that's if, again, we don't know if these units are gonna link or not. But if these units do link, dude, that's gonna be stupid, and 2, I wonder what in the world this means for the for the future of difficult content for Dokkan.
Yeah, I'm
because-
almost 90% sure that they're not going to link, because like I said, this is not new to the game. Like, you can already include characters of the same name. They have that mechanic built in, which is in Battlefield. That's when they introduced it. So it's like that already works, and you can't link characters. So it's like that they just have to replicate that and just take off the restriction everywhere else in the game. Now, if they remove the link restriction, that would be insane. But I really don't see them doing that, because I feel like they would have mentioned that, because that would almost be bigger. I mean, it would go in tandem. It would go hand in hand with it. You can't do one without the other. Well, you can do the name thing without the links thing, but you can't do the link thing without the name thing. But it's like that would be crazy. That would be absolutely insane.
I wouldn't necessarily say though that they would have like said anything about it, because there's times where Dokkan or even Legends or any game that you're playing would announce something as like a little, you know, as like a little teaser, but they don't give you the full spectacle, the full, you know, like this is what's really in store for the game. So I would not be surprised if they left that little detail out. Now again, looking at Garesh's tweet, to me it really feels like they won't be able to link together, because again, like you said, the mechanic is already in the game. They just need to lift it for the actual like building for your own units. But if they don't link together, my mind goes to like, okay, what's the point, right? What's the point of being able to run a full team of Vegeta? Because now you're allowing me to run a full team of Vegito Blues specifically, and now they're not going to link together. Like why would I even want to do that, right? Why would I want to bring multiple versions of this? Why are you allowing me to do this if I'm going to be penalized by not sharing the same links? You get my point?
You know what it would be though? What it would really, really reinforce is set rotations. Having two set rotations, and then just every other card is a support, because you would have the your like you were saying earlier with the Goku, right? If you bring both of the LRUI Gokus, you have this Int UI Goku, and he is paired up with, you know, the
AGL MUI.
Yeah, exactly. AGL MUI, and then you have the other UI Goku on the second rotation with LR MUI. Now, where you get shafted is when they, you know, show up together in the beginning of the fight, and
or when you have a boss who locks them in rotation.
100%. So but that can also be like, that can be interesting, right? It could be strategic, because that is your penalty for bringing multiple units of the same name. If you choose to do that because you think the units are that good, then you're gonna have to deal with the RNG of starting the match and having a bad, you know, rotation, having a bad startup. And also facing off against characters that lock, and then you get, because it already pisses you off when it happens now.
Oh my god, yes.
Imagine if you're just like, no, I'm dead.
Dude, I don't know.
My guys aren't linking at all. 0 defense, 0 key. He can't super attack, so he can't get his defense. Like, I'm dead.
It's instant GGs. Honestly, though, that would be like, thinking about that too, because you know the God event, right? The event that JP got for the anniversary, the you know.
The torture event. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So to me, that's looking like my favorite event in the game. But imagine though, you running to that event with all like UI Gokus and stuff. Apparently, you can only play the event like 3 times a day. So having to really depend on RNG would be extremely annoying. More annoying than what it is now. Way more annoying than what it is now. So, like, again, if these characters end up, you know, not linking, that makes sense. It would kind of be like, okay, what's the point of allowing me to do this anyways? Because then I don't really see, if these units don't link, I don't see the landscape of team building changing too much, other than what we discussed before about 2 main set rotations with the same character names, but like they're not on rotation with each other, so it doesn't really matter. But if these units end up linking together, dude, like if that's gonna happen. Right, because again, guys, when it comes to units with the same names, they're most likely going to share 6-7 links together, because again, they're the same exact character. So it's gonna get to a point where this is like power creep in and of itself, without
and it definitely already is power creep just by them doing it, even if they don't have the links together. The link leveling system had a built-in drawback. It wasn't all like roses and sunshine. They came out with the link leveling, which was amazing, incredible. Every single link was a better version of its old. But the main problem with it was that if you had a unit that benefited from like Tournament of Power on his right and left attacker, couldn't get anymore. It didn't double up. The links.
Yeah.
So they gave you something great and they took away something that was good. So I feel like they're going to be doing the same thing here.
They're going to be taking anything away, though. See, that's the thing, though.
That's true. They'll be keeping
because it's already set.
Yeah.
It's already set like that. Which again, that's an amazing point. So the question is, what would they take away, if there is anything? Because if they're allowing us to run,
never mind. They already do that every banner. They take our Dragon Stones.
Damn, bro, he's a little heartbroken. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, if you see my BoJack summons. But yeah, so that's why I have a feeling that they're not going to allow linking. They're just going to keep it as is because they don't want to go too crazy. This is already crazy, but I think they're just going to leave it at that and call it a day. And we'll be happy with it regardless. I think it's a good change, honestly.
Let me ask you, if they end up allowing you to the same name characters to link, right? So a whole team of just Vegeta Blue. What do you think is in store for the future of Dokkan in terms of difficult content? Because if they're gonna allow you to do that, dude, like that would
be
dumb.
So trivial for whales. So,
and that would promote spending too, I guess.
100%. Yo, imagine. Oh my god. Oh my
Truth.
goodness.
True. I can see Truth going like, dude, like,
hide your wallet, bro. Switch to Mario Party. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. All right, I think that pretty much covers it. If you guys have any other thoughts on this new update coming to the game,
or concerns,
or concerns, or like an issue that we may not have brought up, drop it down in the comments below. Mr. Baby, got anything else to say before we peace out of here?
No, man. I'm really I said no, but I'm about to say something. Anyways, I'm really interested to see how this update plays out. I'm really interested to see how this update plays out because again, Dokkan allowing links. I feel like it's not beyond them, right? We've seen from the anniversary, just from them a lot, like easy-aing UI Goku out of nowhere, and then Goku and Frieza. They're willing to do the crazy, dude. So I wouldn't put it past them, but again, like you said, I doubt it. But we'll see. But thank you for having me on, man. I really do appreciate it.
No problem. If you haven't followed Mr. Baby, go follow the real Mr. Baby, not the fake one. I'll put a link down below. That's
actually, if you go to YouTube right now, and you look up baby whale. Yeah, baby whale. You look up baby whale. What we'll search up is me summoning during one of the anniversaries, and yeah. So
how does that not find like a million different baby humpback whales?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because through scientific research, Dokkan has associated itself with the name whale, right? So if you look up baby whale, like right now, you can look up baby whale, and actually don't do that.
Just like if you look up homie, you find Goresh. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. See, bro, you're understanding.
Gotcha.
If you look up wallet, you look up the truth. If you look up what the hell's going on, you see periodic, stuff like that.
There you go. Yeah, if you haven't followed Mr. Baby on Twitter or YouTube, go do that, and Instagram. I think you're doing Instagram now.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, find them everywhere. Follow, subscribe. Pay for the OnlyFans, all that good stuff. If you haven't joined click that blue join button down below. I mean, I'm losing my patience. Join the Boomer Elites. Join the Boomer Champions. If you want to do it the free-to-play way, that's fine too. Gently rub that sub button. Gingerly ring that bell button. Lovingly kiss the like button. As always, is Periodic and Mr. Baby. See y'all in the next video.
Have a good time.